Hello. Great to have you guys today. I'm Natalie Thomas with Small World Yoga, and this is Brooke Widmer, Small World Yoga's studio manager. We are here to bring you a 20-minute Earth Day celebratory class for the Centennial Park Conservancy. Today we're going to be focusing on grounding down and rising up through some awesome yoga poses. If you need help or haven't done yoga before, Brooke is here to do the poses that I'm calling and teaching you all today. So grab a mat, relax, and let's get started and breathe together. We're going to start in child's pose. And it's such a beautiful day outside. We wanted to focus on, at least you guys can see the windows and trees behind us. But just start by taking a couple breaths here. 5 deep rounds of breath in through your nose and out through your nose. There's Brooke, you can see her there. And you want to hear your breath, so let something go with each exhale. Whether it's your thoughts or just a sigh out of your mouth. We'll do a couple more here. Breathe in. Let something go on your exhale. One more. Fill up. Empty out. And then move to your hands and knees. Cat-cow poses. And we'll do actually 10 rounds of this. You can watch Brooke. You can move your hips with each one, but you're going to lift up and then exhale, curl in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. So 10 rounds of your own to move how you need. Let some stress go through your neck, your shoulders. And again, some hip circles are optional. You can press the ground away from you. Again, we're working on grounding down and then rising up later in this series. Couple more rounds here. And when you're ready, make your way to downward facing dog. 5 rounds of breath here. Yeah, and I like what Brooke is doing here. She can move her legs how she needs. This is like a warm-up pose. And then draw your shoulder blades together. Press your chest towards your thighs. 2 more rounds of breath. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale in. Exhale out. Ragdoll, walk to your hands and then reach for opposite elbows. Yeah, you can shake your head yes and no here. And then let everything fall towards your mat. Release your hands. Halfway lift, hands to your shins. Forward fold. Extended mountain pose. Rise up. Yeah, let's take a mini back bend here. Just salute the sun and then draw your hands to heart center. Close your eyes here. We'll begin with just a thought for an intention for your practice. It can be empowered or powerful, or even nature outside. Just set a focus here. Inhale, extended mountain pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back, high plank. Just holding here for a couple of breaths. Ignite your core, draw your navel towards your spine. Yeah, and you can also take this to your knees if you need. Yeah, Brooke's showing you right here. So breathe in, and then low plank, exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. So we're going to do 2 more of these sun salutation A's. Yeah, breathe, treat downward facing dog like a resting pose. So press the floor away, breathe in. Yep, one more breath here. Let it go. Step or walk towards your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain, rise up. Forward fold. Halfway. Chaturanga, step or jump back. Yep, and then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Again, we're going to do the sun salutation one more time. 2 more rounds of breath here. One more, breathe in. Empty out. Step or walk towards your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain rise. Fold. Halfway. Flow through. High to low plank. All meeting back, downward facing dog. 3 rounds of breath. 2 more rounds. Last breath in. Empty. Step or walk towards your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. So adding on here, sun salutation B. Yeah, it's a saluting to the sun. So look up. Beautiful, Brooke. Yep, sink even lower. So really firing up your thighs here. 2 more rounds of breath. 1 more. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Flow through. So the high to low plank again. Upward facing. Downward facing. Adding on again, warrior 1 with your right leg. I love these sun salutations because they get our bodies warm and we start to not think as much, right? We're letting our bodies just flow. So Brooke is gonna hold here a couple of more rounds. Breathe in, breathe out. Last inhale, hands to mat, flow through high to low. Downward facing dog. Left side warrior. So same thing here. 5 breaths on this side. Yeah, and you can move how you want to get comfortable. We're really going to ground down through our feet here. So press through your mat, lift up high through your fingertips. 2 more rounds of breath. Last inhale. Chaturanga, hands to mat, flow through. We'll do 1 more of these sun salutation Bs before moving on. 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Step or float towards your hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair. 1 breath. Fold. Halfway. Flow through. So Brooke's going to do what we just did, just 1 breath to each movement here. So right side warrior is 1 breath. Lift high. Flow through when you're ready. Yep, and then she'll travel to the left side. Left foot in front. Beautiful, flow through, and we'll all meet back in downward facing dog. 1 breath in, 1 breath out. Bend your knees, jump towards your hands, halfway lift, fold, back to chair. So we're gonna add on here too, draw your hands to heart center, and then twist right. So everything stays in chair pose except your torso. And as you can see, Brooke has her palms together and she's twisting toward her right. One more breath in. forward fold. So fingers to toes, forward fold. Take your peace fingers to the inside of your big toes. Yeah, and a couple rounds of breath here to really just let the stress, the tension just melt toward the ground. One more breath in here. Chair pose, back into it. We've got one more side to do, and Brooke will twist left. Yeah, it's important to keep your breath here. So make sure you can hear your own inhale and exhale. Last breath in, breath out, forward fold. This time palms to toes, forward fold, also known as gorilla pose. So let your elbows get really wide. Yep, you can shake your head yes and no. Bring in some water-like movement, some freeing right here. And we're gonna challenge ourselves here. We're gonna do crow pose. So if you haven't done crow, watch Brooke. This doesn't have to be a huge deal. You can do this. Take your right knee towards your right tricep. If that feels great, go ahead and use your arms like a shelf and add your left knee toward left tricep. Brooke has got it. She's gonna hold here for a couple more breaths. You can also do one leg if that is where you're at today, no problem. And when she's ready, she's gonna go back to high to low plank and flow through. Yeah, what I love about yoga, no right or wrong here. We're just trying on some new things. Take a deep breath in, exhale out, step or float towards your hands. Halfway lift, fold, extended mountain, rise up, eagle pose on the right. One of my favorite things about yoga is bringing in the sense of nature. I'm so excited to teach this Earth Day class for you, and so is Brooke. We love the earth. So we're gonna incorporate eagle and tree and some of these nature-like poses here. And as you can see, Brooke has really pressed her forearms toward each other, and then she's squeezing her inner thighs toward each other. Eagle pose is a bound balance pose, so good for us. 2 more rounds of breath here. Last breath in. Switch sides. So we'll do eagle left. Left arm under, left leg over. And then keep up your breath with this balance work. We may be sort of frozen or just standing here, but your breath still needs to be a part of it. 2 more rounds of breath. Last breath in. And release. All right, going to tree pose on the right. One of my favorites. And Brooke is going to ground down through her standing foot and then lift her left leg to either her inner thigh where she's at, or it can come to your calf or the floor. Yep. And then the best thing about this is you can grow your branches. So all of these trees that are budding and blooming right now, really imagine yourself being one. Ground down through your roots, lift high through your limbs. Yep. And you can play with this a little bit. You can close your eyes, or you can start to move a little bit more with your arms, whatever you feel. A couple more rounds of breath. One more inhale in, and release, switch sides. So the other leg will come up. Yeah, and switch it up. Make something really creative, really fun for you today. You can can even take your throat to where it opens up toward the sky, or a bind in the back, whatever you want to add a little playfulness here. Two more rounds of breath. Last breath in. Beautiful, Brooke, and release. All right, take it to the top of your mat again. I think you've earned some hip stretches. Go ahead and come into downward facing dog. Raise your right leg high toward the ceiling and bring it through for half pigeon. Yeah, and Brooke is, of course, an awesome yogi that we're using today, but she's setting up slowly. You can see that she didn't just rush into this pose. So she's got her front foot flexed, and then when she's ready, she's gonna start to lower her torso to where she can feel comfortable and also get that hip stretch. One of the best poses, I think, in this practice is this. It's a hip opener, and it also really grounds you into this practice. Like you stay here, you breathe. You can let your thoughts go as they come up. We'll do 5 more rounds of breath here on this side, and then we'll switch. Bring your deep Ujjayi breath in. Ujjayi is the in and out of your nose breath. 2 more rounds of breath here, so fill up, empty out. 1 more round. Let it go. And when you're ready, come back to downward facing dog. Bring any movement you need to relax your right side. And then move on to the left side half pigeon. Let your breath guide you to where you need to go. Our bodies change daily. So some days we can do a little more, some days we know to back off. And this is one of those poses that I find that happening in. Three more rounds of breath here. And Brooke, when you're ready, go ahead and start to slowly make your way up. Bring both legs long in front of you. And then take a forward fold. Again, you can bring some ease into your knees. Don't think that you can't bend them a little bit. Bring some ease here. 1 more breath here. Yep, and then slowly roll all the way onto your back for Supta Baddha Konasana. Palms of your feet pressed together, knees out wide. 1 hand to your belly, 1 hand to your heart. You are right on top of the ground, right on top of the earth. Close your eyes, take a moment to acknowledge the surroundings around you and you showing up today. Now, you can stay here where Brooke is in Supta Baddha Konasana, or make your way to the final rest pose, which is Shavasana. There's nothing more for you to do. Your body's been warmed up, it's moved, it's opened, and now it's relaxed. treat yourself to 3 to 5 minutes here. We've enjoyed being with you today. We can't wait to have you practice with us, even if it's virtually. And we'll also be co-teaching the Earth Day at Centennial Park on Saturday, April 24th, 11:30. Come see us then. Have a great day.